everybody, and welcome to a very special show all about the Dent Neurologic Institute, one of the most comprehensive neurologic centers in the United States. And it is there, dedicated and talented clinicians and neuroscientists combine groundbreaking technology, pharmacologic, and clinical research to provide you unparalleled patient care. How can they help you? Well, let me introduce the Dent Medical Director, Dr. Laszlo Meschler, to tell us about the many different medical issues they treat related to brain function. Welcome to the show.
Thank you, Linda. Neurology is a science of the brain, spinal cord, and nerves. So everything in that, we see these patients. So we see patients with Alzheimer's disease, dementia, movement disorders such as Parkinson's disease, Lou Gehrig's disease, ALS, headache medicine, nerve damage, psychiatry, multiple sclerosis. So everything that deals with the nervous system, either central or peripheral, we at the Dent will see those patients in subspecialty clinics with experts in that field.
Doctor, does somebody, primary physician, refer them over to Dent? Is that how your patients find you?
In general, primary physicians are very aware of what we do at the Dent. We are very proud of the fact that we have relatively open access. I mean, patients don't have to wait long periods of time to come in. So we also are very proud of the fact that we don't only see patients, we do research and we educate.
Well, as you can imagine, this is going to be a very informative show, and Dr. Meschler will stay with us for the entire show. But right now, let's join Courtney Corbetta with a tour of the many departments available to help you.
That's right, Linda. This morning, we are going to take you out of the studio into the place where all the magic happens. We are here at Dent Neurologic Institute on Sheridan Drive. Now, this is a place where many Western New Yorkers may have driven by throughout the years and wondered what exactly takes place here and what do they do? Well, what matters is what's inside. And today, we're going to take you on a tour. The first stop of the tour is the Sleep Disorder Center. Now, this is the place where you're going to have to be extra quiet here at Dent. Maria Castardo, Director of Marketing, joins us this morning. Maria, this is the place where Western New Yorkers come if they're not sleeping well.
That's true, Courtney. Thank you. It's a pleasure to have you here today. We actually are really excited because we treat children 5 years and older and adults for many different disorders. It could be for sleep apnea, narcolepsy, insomnia, just to name a few. Our atmosphere is to offer the patients the most comfortable environment that we can. If we have a child, their parent sleeps right next to them in the same room, offering movies and various television, anything to keep them comfortable. And this is very important for children and adults. So if they're coming in for a sleep study and maybe are not that comfortable, you want to put the patient in their environment where they sleep, where they're in their bed, their atmosphere, and we hook them all up and then they bring back the equipment the next day and we're able to read that study. Our sleep centers are actually certified by the American Academy of Sleep Medicine. All of our physicians who are reading your scans are board certified in sleep medicine. All of our technicians are certified by New York State. So it's not just the atmosphere when you're visiting Dent, it's the team behind it as well.
If you or someone you love is suffering with vertigo or ringing in the ears, you may want to consider coming to the Dizziness and Balance Center here at Dent. This is our second stop on the tour. Maria joins us again this morning. Maria, talk to us about this unique facility here at Dent.
It is that indeed. It is a unique facility to Western New York and beyond. So patients who may suffer from dizziness and balance disorders or tinnitus, ringing in the ears, this is a place that they can come that we have over an 85% success rate. We offer posturography, we offer on-site audiometric testing with on-site audiologists, we have a rotary chair, and putting this all together with a fall prevention assessment, we can really help patients get back to quality of life that they want.
What was really neat is I was able to experience posturography, and it is a comfortable experience.
It is. It's very comfortable, and I should note that not only for the elderly patients that come in with possibly balance disorders or tinnitus, but we use this equipment to get athletes back to playing in the game or patients that need to go back to work who suffer from concussion.
All right, so once you've received your results, where do you go to next?
Well, that would be depending on the patient. So we may refer a patient for vestibular therapy, or it could be something simply as medication that could help them.
And now we are going to take you on the last few stops of the tour here at Dent Neurologic Institute. Maria, behind those doors is the Imaging and Infusion Center, and I understand you have a lot in store.
We sure do, and it's all about the patient experience. So let's check it out.
Sounds good to me. Let's go. It really is all about putting the patient first, and that's what they do starting at the Imaging Center here at Dent. Talk to us about the experience. What is it like for Western New Yorkers coming here and spending time?
Well, I do feel, Courtney, that it's a different experience than any other place. For instance, in our Imaging Center, where can you bring your child for an MRI while they watch SpongeBob? Or where can you put on your favorite music to take that ease off of that test and basically make it an experience that you don't mind coming for?
It's a fun distraction, even for the adults.
Yes, it is. So you can put on your favorite Netflix or your favorite music, and the atmosphere itself offers illuminotherapy, which gives it a very calm and peaceful experience as well. And now CEO of Dent Neurologic, Dr. Joseph Fritz, joins us this morning as we explore the Dent Imaging Center. Dr. Fritz, talk to us about what makes this place so unique.
Courtney, thank you for the opportunity to talk about the center that we've created 55 years ago. What makes it unique, I think, is a mission that started way back in 1963, where we care about clinical patient care, but also education and research. That's a big part of making sure that we can do as much as we possibly can for the patients.
Speaking of education and research, talk to us about the new technologies that you're using in your MRI machines.
Absolutely. So what's particularly unique about our history is that we were one of the first outpatient centers in the country to install this type of equipment way back in the 70s and 80s. And ever since, we have had very strong relationships with the people that are the inventors of the new technologies. So early in the adoption of new technologies, we get to test it. And right now we're in the process of testing many of features in MRI that we put into the category of functional. We are analyzing the images in a way that is not what most sites are doing. Imaging can be looked at as a picture, but there is so much more than just the picture that we see. For example, when a patient has dementia, we can analyze the data and see, are there certain parts of the brain that are trending towards getting smaller? We call that atrophy. Or there are other studies that we can do that look at certain chemical imbalances in the brain that aren't what you would see in the structure of the image, but you can see in some other measurable ways. And so what that allows us to do is to see before a disease is progressing what is going on behind the scenes so that we can act on it and we can see whether or not our therapies are working.
Let's talk about your infusion center and what happens there.
Well, our infusion center actually has been really quite the buzz nationally. So this past year, we've had 3 drugs for multiple sclerosis, ALS or Lou Gehrig's disease, as well as spinal muscular atrophy. All 3 drugs were administered nationally first in our infusion center here at Dent.
Congratulations, yes. That's amazing.
It was wonderful, and with national media on site, it was a pretty big deal for us.
For patients who come to this center, why are they coming here?
Well, we are the largest neuroscience center in the country. All of our physicians are board certified, subspecialty trained, and again, it is about the patient experience. We have appointments available right away. When you're entertaining a diagnosis related to neurologic disease, you want to get in as soon as possible.
Maria, we can't thank you enough for inviting us to Dent Neurologic Institute and taking us on this tour. We truly have learned so much.
Yes, thank you so much. It's been our pleasure. Thank you.
All right, Linda, again, we have learned so much and we still have so much in store for all of you at home. Let's kick it back to Linda in studio.
Thank you, Courtney. Now, another crucial department that makes Dent stand out is their Pediatric Neurology Center, with a team of pediatric neurologists who specialize in patients from newborn to 21 years. Dent recognizes that children with neurological disorders or injuries have different needs than adults, and in some cases they may suffer from neurological problems unique to children. Additionally, the response is immediate. Pediatric patients can be seen by doctors within 24 hours of your call. The board-certified specialists and subspecialists, under the direction of Dr. Jennifer McVig, treats disorders that include epilepsy, muscular dystrophy, MS, Rett syndrome, attention disorders, cerebral palsy, brain tumors, developmental delays, sleep disorders, and headaches. And Dent was the first center in the country to administer Spinraza, a drug therapy for infants suffering from spinal muscular atrophy, also known as SMA. As you can imagine, we have just scratched the surface of what the Dent Neurological Institute is and what it does for so many in Western New York. So when we come back, we're going to take you to their cannabis clinic for patients who wish to consider medical marijuana as a treatment option.